could use another drink, Shaft. How about you?
Oh, hell yeah, I can use 2 or 3 more. Especially if I gotta listen to another story about how fast Falzarin can swim.
Well, mayhaps he could tell us instead about what happened last time on the Incorrigible party.
Discovering the voices originate from Alstoff Tinnerman's constructions, the machines guard the unfinished tower outside of Drukal, along with a handful of paladins of Cultus. Speaking to their captain, Silas Grohl, the party learns that Samuel had sent word ahead of their arrival, and that there are additional paladins in the city, sent to guard the tower from the constant Yogi attacks.
It appears Falzarin has bought the next round and is headed this way.
And the adventure continues.
Dreg, Shaft, Falzarin, and Mia, you all need to make me an acrobatics check as your horses dive from Falzarin's fireball from out from under you, and you fall to the ground.
Chef got a 12.
Dreg got a adjusted 20.
Mia got a 9.
Falzarin?
Hello, Falzarin. 19.
Okay, excellent. So anybody, it looks like just the wizards got above a 15. You stay on your feet, but Shaft and Mia are knocked prone, and as they tumble off of their now broiled horses. And we'll go to the top of the order with the Red Fangs up on the bats. So now that Shaft, he's already a small target. But now he's on his ass, leaving Falzarin standing up, the tallest, beside him. The orc guides the bat. You can see he's got a hold of these reins around the bat, and the bat has like a little harness that kind of fits around down its neck and kind of over its wings. And the bat swoops down to grab Falzarin. Let's make a contested grapple check here, Falsey. You can make me an athletics.
Jerk.
You're going to have to beat a adjusted 20.
That's not going to beat it. I rolled a 15 and my athletics is 0. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, you had to check your athletics, Falzarin? Come on.
Falzarin, you get scooped up by the bat's clawed feet and picked up, hoisted 20 feet into the air as it finishes out its movement. The rider will again produce 2 darts and will continue focusing their attack on Shakara.
Hey.
Then adjusted 20 and a 19.
Both hit.
You do have your reaction again. It is a new round if you wanted to do your parry once more for one of them, I think.
I think I will save that for the Tanaruk that is right next to me and most likely will attack, which I think will do more damage than a little dart would.
First dart is 9 piercing.
-3, so that's 6.
Second dart is 12 piercing.
Ow. 9. That hurt more than I thought it would.
And I think the other one that you would send Sparky after, it's just gonna draws a scimitar and tries to get rid of Sparky.
No! Not Sparky!
Oh wow, that's like a 9 to hit. What is Sparky's
Not
AC?
Sparky. Let's see. Pseudo Dragon. 13.
Whoa, that's a great AC. So the first, slash with this scimitar is only an 8. The second one actually is a 13 though, which does tie. And there's no possible way that Sparky will not die from this attack.
No! He has a whole 7 hit points!
Well, he takes 14. it is literally cut in half.
Poof! Flames curl up out of Sakara's nose, seeing Sparky go poof.
Is he dead or just temporary dead?
Dead. I can bring him back.
Oh, okay.
But it'll take me a little over an hour.
Okay, I didn't know that. I was freaking out. Okay.
It's not the same as when Thuft went.
No, not quite. Shaft, you're up.
The horse sort of fries and falls over. I roll off on the ground trying to get my footing and take a few steps back. Sort of go on one knee. And I look back over. I see Falzarin's up in the air. I figure he's going to be okay. He'll just blink out or something. So then I run over, jump on the back of the charred horse and come down on the Tartarak number 3 with my bronze-scaled scimitar.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I mean, the wizard just got picked up by a massive flying creature.
You're fine.
You're fine.
So that's a 27 to hit,
27 hits.
and that he has taken damage. That's 29 points of damage.
That is a kill with your first strike.
Dang.
What a boy, Shaft.
Okay, so this Claw of Luthic number 2, he is within my remaining, because I was prone, so I get half my movement was gone. Do I have enough movement? I don't know what the squares are on this. Is that 5-foot squares?
Yeah, it looks like it's only about 10 feet over. You can get to that.
All right, I'll take my second attack. 31 to hit.
What?
He has taken damage.
Wait, 31 to... Wow.
Because I got a plus 14 on the bronze scale.
Oh.
Holy crap.
What? No way.
How does that work?
Very well.
It's a good sword.
Plus 14 weapon, you could whiff and still hit.
Yeah, I know. It's nice. 23 points of damage.
Wow.
And then I'll take my offhanded with the Sword of Oozes. And that's another 31. And that is 10 points of acid damage plus Colossus Slayer plus 9 points of piercing. That's 20 damage total. Unless he's had some kind of acid resistance.
You just mercilessly
Just
carving
murder
your
it.
way through the latter half of this battlefield, but this orc is still on its feet somehow, just barely. A stiff breeze would knock this orc over.
That's what she said.
As a bonus action, can I make a stiff breeze?
Shaft can always make a stiff.
Well done.
That's it for me.
Mia, you're up.
All right, so Mia's right next to Tanaruk number 2, and the closest bat is in the air, right? The one behind me, sort of.
Yes, it is 20 feet in the
The
air.
Red Fang 2? Yeah, okay. Well, firstly, as my bonus action, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon. Can I do that first, or no?
Yeah, you can do it anywhere.
Okay. I'm going to move my spiritual weapon to try to hit the thing that's carrying Falzer.
Okay, yeah. You can definitely get it up there.
Yeah, 19 to hit.
Yep, that's going to hit.
And then it takes 12 force damage. The riders who I'm targeting. Because I figure if I take out the person controlling it, he might be safer. I don't know. I don't want him to fall if I kill the bat.
No, that's a probably good idea.
I've been thinking about calling spiritual guardians to protect me. Which I don't think I've cast before playing this. So I'm going to use a 4th level spell slot. I call forth spirits to protect me. They flit around me at a distance of 15 feet for the duration. It's like a sphere around me. It's a concentration spell for up to 10 minutes. And because I'm good or neutral, the spectral form appears angelic or fey. So I kind of picture summoning these like creatures that look like Heraphinas glowing around me. And I can designate any number of creatures that I can see to be unaffected by it. So anyone in the party or the horses, I'm going to choose for them to be not affected. And affected creatures in the area, their speed is halved. When they enter the area for the first time or on a turn, they start their turn there, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. And then there's damage associated with that. But I'm glowing even more. So it doesn't really do anything until the Tanaruk 2's turn starts, type thing.
All right. Do you want to move? Are you fine where you are?
Could I move to where I'm next to several creatures? That guy's 20 feet up, so that's too high. I might just shuffle around to be a little bit closer to Shakara. So it's just like 10 feet, but still touching the Tanaruk 2, so that they'll have to make a saving throw.
All right. Elsa, next. Still on top of her, one of the few remaining horses. She's gonna try to get rid of this second bat that's kind of above Shakara here. 2 Eldritch Blast. Oh, yeah, those are going to hit just base 16, 18. 11 total force. And, boy, that's really all she's got. I think she's a safe enough distance away. She's going to stay put. Next, the claws. The one that Shaft was hammering is going to, the last ounce of its strength, lash out at you with its elongated fingernails.
Gross.
Actually,
They are called claws.
I'm going to wait for some options here. So instead of the one that Shaft was attacking, the other one's gonna do something first. It maneuvers right up behind the Tanaruk that's on Shakara, and despite its claws, it seems that these things have some type of magical ability as it puts its hand on the Tanaruk to cast a Cure Wounds. At a 2nd level.
Nasty nails. I'll just walk over and inflict wounds, son.
Healing it for 15 hit points.
Damn.
What?
Frick.
So, keeping pace with Mia's campaign lifetime amount of healing done. Very fast front runner.
Yeah, I feel like Bill Ben could find the stats for that. And be like, Mia has healed a
That wouldn't be
measly
hard.
8 hit points, and Shakara has healed 55.
And the claw that Shaft had just brutalized, it is going to, again, instead of attacking with its claws, it's going to go big or go home. It's going to try to guiding bolt you in the face despite it doing it at disadvantage. Oh, wow, those are both really good rolls. Ooh, you were lucky. 22 to hit. Otherwise, that would have been a crit.
Absolutely. Yep.
Guiding bolt at the highest level it can cast, which is 3rd level.
You're just really taking out some aggression on us tonight, man.
You take 20 radiant damage. And of course, this mystical dim light kind of covers your whole body, which would make the next attack roll made against you have advantage. Shakara, you're up.
Drag! Get on Buttercup, take Hulsa and Marlin, and get to the city. And then I will cast Death Ward upon myself. Also, for a bonus action, going to cast Shield of Faith, which gives me a +2 to my AC. And then I'm going to without really moving much, I'm going to shift myself so that I'm in between the Tanaruk and Drag.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
And so you'll see, again, it's similar. This is the 2nd time Shakara's cast this thing, in your presence at least. This almost like this shimmer kind of just briefly goes over her body, and then but you see those wrinkles though that it's formed at her eyes, like at where you get crow's feet. They deepen.
Smile lines.
Right, Shakara's smile lines, because she has a lot of those. But they deepen, and again that hunch, kind of that she almost subconsciously corrects, and even see those closest to her see some scales on her face flake off.
Head and shoulders. That's what you need.
Just a bit of dandruff, yeah. Okay, so Dreg is next. He will take Shakara's advice. He's going to have to disengage, though, from this Tanaruk. But he will get over to Buttercup and climb on. Unfortunately, to re-engage with another Tanaruk that Mia's trying to take care of over here.
I feel like Buttercup would have been smart enough to move away, and she could have disengaged, and they could have met in the middle.
But Buttercup could die. She's like 1 hit point if she disengages and gets hit. Or 3 hit points, whatever
three.
it was.
It was a whole 3.
3, uh-huh. Oh, gosh.
Okay, Buttercup's taking off.
What happens if
Disengaging.
Buttercup dies? Is it like Sparky?
Yeah, I can resummon her later.
So, psh.
Yeah.
Dragon Buttercup make for the road, I guess, heading south. Tanaruks. Only
Well, I did
3
expect
remaining.
Drag to say something to Hulsa and Mullen.
Oh, right.
Well, they're on their own horses. I guess he. Well, no, they heard you. They heard Shakara.
I heard you.
Another Tanaruk closes on Shaft. The one that is caught in Mia's Guardian. So it's at the start of their turn, right?
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw is a 13.
So it's a fail. DC's 17. And they take, looks like 20 radiant damage. So that's a 4d8. Yeah. I even rolled a 1 on one of them.
It's just almost like it's like swiping at air as, these spirits kind of swirl around it. But not enough to take it down or deter it from making its attacks on you, Mia. Oh, wow. First one's a critical hit with its great sword.
But my AC is 23. No, I'm just kidding.
23 slashing. Wow. It matches your AC.
Okay, so... Okay.
What?
All Wrath of the Storm. I have a stupid scroll of shield that I could have...
It doesn't matter. It got a critical hit. It wouldn't matter. You can use it if you like. Because it keeps your AC +5 until your next turn.
It's usually a reaction.
Oh, it is a reaction.
It is.
So it's that or Wrath of the Storm.
That's right.
Well, I don't know the spell, so that's another risky thing, right?
That's right.
All of a sudden, Mia pulls out this scroll and starts mumbling whatever.
Hold on a second. Let me try
to
to parse this out.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's go for it. 25 AC would be nice.
This is going to protect me, literally.
Yeah,
Use
unless
the
it
right
backfires. So I don't have that anymore. Bye.
I need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Am I next to Shikara? Oh, I'm 10 feet away. If you go diagonal, it's 10 feet. So I add 4, that's 20.
Okay, you are fine. You get the shield scroll as it expended, as it just kind of disintegrates in your hands with the help of Shikara's aura.
So the crit still hits us out.
The crit does still hit, but you do know they follow with the bite, which is going to try and do. The bite is a 25 to hit.
Fudge, are you kidding me?
Well, the bite doesn't do much damage, though. It's only a D8 +4. So, 11 piercing. Attacks on Shikara. Greatsword is only 17.
No. Misses. Or bounces off my armor.
Bite is only a 10.
He gets all armor with that.
Very nice. Last one moved up to Shaft, still glowing. This one will have advantage thanks to the guiding bolt as it attacks you. And they rolled 2 3s, so that's going to be a miss. But we'll follow up with its own bite attack. And only a 14. Wow. All right, I shot the wad on those ones. And Falzarin, grasped by a giant bat in the air. You see the Denny is immediately zipped up to you, like hovering, like almost immediately below you, like ready to catch you if you can get out of this bat's grasp.
I would need to make a contested strength check to break free,
Yeah,
right?
you could do an athletics or an acrobatics to try to escape against its strength check. That would be your action, though.
Yeah. Okay, so Falzarin begins muttering and sort of making some motions with his hand and casts Polymorph on himself to transform into a giant ape. So, that just happens. It's concentration.
So that just happened.
Yeah, no, there's no like spell check or anything. Concentration up to an hour. So remind me if I take damage, I'll have to make a. I don't know how much he would weigh and how much a bat can carry, but I guess it's your.
Yeah, this bat is gonna attempt to hold on to you, but I don't think it's gonna be very successful.
I would also, if I'm able to, as the ape, want to reach up and grab onto the bat's legs or whatever I can reach if we start to go down, because I want to bring it down with me.
Okay, so do you want to grapple it?
Well, yeah. If it seems to be like easily capable of continuing to fly with this additional weight, then I would like to try and break free. But if it starts to go down, I want to bring it down with me.
Okay. As your body changes and turns into a familiar sight as Ape Zarin makes his return from Skull Island, it can't keep you. Its wings begin to beat furiously the sudden additional weight it's now holding. And yeah, you can like grab onto its feet as it tries. It's gonna try to let you go and like drop you because it can't hold you. So if you want to try to grapple it,
Yes.
go for it. I'll let you go for it.
That's an 18. What does grapple use? Strength or dex?
Yeah.
So 24 then.
Yeah, you have a hold of this thing, and it's not like a sudden drop, as it struggles though. But you fall fast enough where you're down by the end of the round, but you don't take any damage, and you are on the ground now, right next to Falzer, in a hold of this giant bat that's still its wings beating, with an orc rider atop it trying to gain control, and not knowing what's going on underneath him. Well done, Mullen. Sees Dreg taking off after hearing Shakara's command. You see, he kind of looks over to the ensuing battle with the orcs and the paladins, and of course the charging, diseased, nurtured ones is what these orcs are called, the ones that explode. And before he takes off, you see he's got one hand on the reins. He's going to point to them. They are, let's see how far away they are. Ooh, they're about 110 feet away from him. Oh, that's not a problem, because Slow has 120-foot range. So you see where he points, basically right in the middle of the 6 of these charging, nurtured ones. The air around them kind of begins to ripple. So they're each going to have to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh my goodness. One of them rolled above a 10. They got a 17, so number 4 here saved. Therefore, nothing happens. But the rest of them, in their sprint and their charge, immediately, like they're doing the running man. They're the slow motion down the beach of Baywatch here.
Baywatch.
Yeah, it's like they've literally been slowed.
And they're like sacks of goo are like just bobbing very slowly, like Pamela Anderson on the beach,
Yep.
baby.
And they're all natural. So, an affected target speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. If a creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. And the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted. And they can make an additional wisdom saving throw at the end of their turn.
Nice.
Mullen yells out as he spurs his horse to catch up to Dreg. I've bought us what time I can. And he kind of takes a long way around the battlefield. He doesn't charge right through. He does go around the outside of this loosely grouped battle here. And timing being clearly Mullen's strong suit, last in the initiative are the nurtured ones. Affected by Mullen's spell, they will dash as their action, which is all they can do, at half speed. So they only advance 30 feet. The one that did manage to avoid the effects of it, though, will also dash. But it will use his bonus action. They have an aggressive trait where they get to move an additional time as part of their bonus action, closing in on Hulsa and her horse.
Oh boy. So ending its movement about 15 feet away from Hulsa then.
Very close, yep. And they do get to redo their wisdom saving throws. 1 pass. 2 pass. 3 fails. Number 5 fails. Number 6 fails. Back to the top. The Red Fangs. The one riding the bat that Abe Zarin has a hold on. He's going to point down basically right below him and will throw up darkness again.
Nurtured one used like a sprint, right? So they used double their movement. That's quite a lot, right?
They were slowed, luckily, or they'd all be on us.
Yeah. But casting a spell, it's like a point of my choosing, but then the darkness.
The darkness re-envelops Mia, Tanaruk 2, the Red Fang to its bat mount, Ape Zarin, And it looks like Shaft as well, just barely. More darts will rain down from the other one, still 40 feet above Shakara. 2 more at you, Shakara. 17 to hit on the first one.
Nope. AC is 20 right now.
And a critical fail on the second. So that dart's going to go into the Tanaruk standing next to you. There's maybe a sudden gust of wind from the stormy conditions kind of blow the giant bat out of its position there. It's going to take 9 piercing. And Shaft, you're up.
Okay, so the lights go out, and I see he was right in front of me prior, so I'm going to move towards him about 5 feet and make another attack. Does that get me outside of the darkened area? Okay, well, then I'll go with disadvantage, because I'm just going to try to move right up to him quickly. That would be a 16.
Yep.
And that is, let's see, slashing, Colossus Slayer, 20 points of damage.
Well, way more than enough to put him down.
Yes.
Okay.
But he can't see him go down, right? So what's he sound like?
Yeah, you kind of just hear a bit of a and then a clunk as he hits the ground in front of you.
And since I can't see anything else, I think I'm going to go ahead and move another 10 feet forward just to try to get out of this, what I know is a darkness spell.
Okay.
And I think where I'm at is outside of that circle, right?
Yep, you've now stepped about 10 feet outside of its the spell's effects. It looks like you have about 10 feet of movement left.
Okay, so I'll look around to see the giant bat is how high up into the air.
So this one is on the ground. Number 2 is actually on the ground.
Okay. Okay, so I think I have enough movement then to run over to it, step on the dead body of the thing I just stabbed, and do my last 2 attacks here. That would be a 19 to hit.
Yep, definitely.
And has the bat taken any damage yet?
Yeah, you see it's got scorch marks from Falzarin's fireball on the fur around its head and face.
Okay, then I just 25 points of damage.
And easily you skewer this giant bat as its leathery wings stop moving, and it too hits the ground like its claw of Luthic Rider.
Just 25 points. Yeah.
Okay, and I have no additional movement, so I'm done.
Mia.
All right, so Mia's blinded by the dark. She's got Tanaruk 2 to her right. She knows that. The spirit guardians don't give off any magical light in the darkness for me.
No. And actually, they're scared of the dark. You lose concentration.
What? So I'm guessing, do you want me to do concentration?
No, you haven't been hit.
Mia's going to risk disengaging with this Tanaruk and keep moving 5 feet at a time, sort of, until she can see. So 5 feet forward. Can I see it?
Not quite.
5 feet more?
You have now stepped just outside of the effects of the darkness.
Okay. Can I tell where the darkness starts and ends now that I'm outside of it?
Oh yeah, you can see it's pretty distinct, right? Like it looks like it is it looks like it would be solid, right? But you know your hand passes right through it.
So now that I can see the border of this darkness, I want to move alongside Shakara, give her some backup. So I move right next to Shakara, Tanaruk 1, the red fang that's there. Bonus action first, I'm going to take my spiritual weapon and hit Tanaruk number 1 with it, or try. Rolls a 10 to hit.
No. Tanaruk can easily get up a bone-bladed elbow and deflect your spiritual hammer.
Sounds good. And then my full action, I am going to cast Ice Storm. Ice Storm has a range of 300 feet, and I can now see the group of 5 nurtured ones in the distance. This spell is going to instantly place a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder on a point of my choosing, and the creatures in the cylinders must make dex saving throws or take damage. The ground becomes difficult terrain. Oh, it says difficult terrain until the end of my turn. So it's a 20-foot radius, so it's like a 40-foot by 40-foot high sphere, and I'm going to center it right on Nurtured 1, number 3. They're right in the middle, kind of like they look like 5 people on a dice face there, the way they're organized. And they all do dex saves. This is, I'm using 5th level. So yeah, so they take full damage on a pass, half on a save, and it's cold and bludgeoning damage.
Well, with the slow spell, they have a -2, and they have a -1 to the dexterity initially. So everyone has a -3 to these dex saving throws. So
nice.
Number 5 passes with a 17. Like, literally had to roll a crit to pass that.
Yeah, so the damage is 37. So it's 37 or half of 37. Math. It's hard. I can't do it, people.
See, as this sudden windstorm, ice storm kicks up around here, and shards of ice and sleet kind of pierce and pepper into all 5 of them, but the 4 that failed take the full effect, and each of them, the diseased portions of their bodies just explode, erupt uselessly, as they're too far to affect anybody, as you kill 4 of the 5 of them.
Yeah. Nice. So that is difficult terrain on their turn until the end of my next turn. In addition to them being slow.
Even more difficult since they're dead.
Well, there's 1 alive.
Oh, okay.
4 out of 5 died, though. That ain't bad. That's like a spare, right? That's like
4 out of 5 orcs died. Ice storm.
4 to 5 orcs don't recommend ice storm.
Ice storm.
Well done, Mia. Well done. Halsa, she is going to back up a little bit, a lot of bit actually, and will attempt. She will attempt to Eldritch Blast the nurtured one that had not been affected by the slow. 2 of her rays. Wow, I just rolled 2 3s. Okay, so she unfortunately misses both of them. Dang, Halsa. What are you doing with your life? Claw of Lusix are next.
She's vowing herself to a cult.
Yeah,
I mean, a
string
coven.
of bad decisions, really.
So your ice storm does not take concentration, I assume, right, Mia?
No, it just said instant. Yeah.
Okay, and I believe actually, I said you didn't take any damage, but I do think we missed your con save when the Tanarok hits you for 23 damage and its bite. So go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw for your Spirit Guardians. Otherwise, the claw here is going to take potentially some damage.
22.
That's definitely a pass. And then again for the bite that it hit you with?
14.
Both passes, easy. So, Claw of Luthix is going to make its Wisdom saving throw, right? That is a critical fail, so it's going to take full damage from your Spirit Guardians.
Nice.
It says, 30 damage.
Woo!
Radiant damage.
Wow.
Nice. Again, this swirl of these guardians, and Shakara, you see them like they're pretty much you're in the middle of it too with Mia, right?
Yeah.
And you both see them like flit into the edge of the darkness that the two of you have, basically to your back, right, as they're zipping around, seemingly unaffected by it. But the claw is still up. I think it's going to try to guiding bolt Shakara. Actually, it's going to try to guiding bolt Mia. Ooh, that is a 22 to hit using its 3rd level slot. 30 radiant damage.
I take half of radiant damage.
Right, you are resistant. So you take 15. And you too have that
real bad.
That glowy light though on you. And Shakara, you're
We're lucky I'm resistant. Frick.
Okay, so I see Mia's come over to help me. I see this nurtured orc bomb running towards us. I'm going to point my finger at the nurtured one and say, "Wither!" and cast Blight on it. It needs to make a con save or it will take 8d8 necrotic damage.
I'm sorry, what?
Blight.
Holy crap.
Blight.
That is...
Blinded by the blood.
That is impressive.
Well, it actually rolls pretty well. It gets an 18.
Why weren't you impressed with my ice storm, honey?
So it's gonna take half damage then. Give me a second, this is a lot of dice. 33 damage on the nurtured one.
Even though it is able to mitigate as much of its this effect of its necrotic damage, right?
Yes.
It too explodes with the might of your coven ability again.
Yes, it was another coven ability.
Yet again, those that can, which is really kind of just Mia right now, the more scales just fall from Shakara's face. What color is the skin beneath?
I would think it would have more of a bluish tint to it.
Revealing, smooth, bluish, dark, light bluish kind of skin.
Probably more of a purpley blue, because I was copper originally, so it's probably like a melding of the two.
What? Would Mia know what that means? I'm so confused.
And even some of her like more draconic features almost soften and become more. I guess it would be more humanish. Clearly less draconic in nature, though.
And I think for a second I just look a little worn out. And it takes me a little bit longer to recover from this one. And I shrug it off, stand up straight again, and get ready to continue this battle.
Wow. What coven features did you get, Falzarin? I lost a level or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
A hole in his chest.
Yes.
I tried to join a coven and all I got was this lousy hole in my chest.
Dreg atop his steed that he has named Dreg 2. He's gonna just continue making his way to the road, but still has the range to shoot his own firebolt at this giant bat over here that is just kind of chilling, and it looks like it's about to take off into the air. Oh, that's definitely gonna be a hit. 11 fire to it. It does not like that. It's just a series of clicks and screeches as it finally lifts off the ground to take flight. Oh, wow, we're back to the Tanaruks again. 2 of them caught in Mia's Guardian aura. So, number 1 will make its save again with a 15, which is a fail.
So that's 20 radiant damage.
Number 2 also gets a 15, which is a fail. Those Guardians are putting in work.
Yeah, they are. Thank Thor.
Mia, emerging from the darkness in front of you. Tanaruk 2 just can barely get to you as it stumbles through the darkness, in the difficult terrain that your Spear Guardians create. Will try to swing its greatsword at you. With a 25.
Hits. I'm gonna Wrath of the Storm him.
That is going to be... Ooh, wow, that's a good one. 14 slashing.
Guys, I look bad.
It's fails its dexterity saving throw with a 9.
So he takes 9 thunder damage. And Shakara, you're close to me. You can see I'm looking bad. Really bad.
I also know you can heal yourself.
Can you go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, please, for the...
Con save is 7.
Ooh, that is a fail as your spirit guardians fade and dissipate.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
They did a lot of work, though. They put in a lot of work. The Tanaruk 1 here, it's got Shakara and Mia in front of it, Claw of Luthik to its back, Hammer to the side of it, sees the beating you've just taken. It's going to go for you with its... Well, actually, that one has a bite on you still, so he's going to bite you. He's going to bite you. Ooh, a crit with the bite.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll the damage. I have 5 hit points, so...
Okay.
I don't think my parry works for you. I think it's only... Yeah, it's only
Do
for
I
me.
go into negative, or do I just put 0?
Nope, he does 20 piercing to you, but you drop to 0, so you fall to the ground. Tanaruk 1. Now, Shakara, the only target. Greatsword is only 9. Bite, though, is an 18.
My AC currently is a 20. So Oh, it just is getting armor again.
That leaves the Tanaruk with Shaft. Advances upon him. Greatsword is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's hit.
Only 9 slashing. Ooh, follows with a bite, which is 22.
That hits too. Can't use my defensive duelist. You're getting too high.
12 piercing on the bite. Ibzarin.
So before this darkness was cast, I knew that the majority of my friends were sort of northwest of me. That's fair to say?
Yep. You currently have a hold of the giant bat.
Yeah. I think I'm going to let go. I was leaning towards trying to drag it with me, but I want to just get... I think Abezarin would want to get out of this darkness because it really puts him at disadvantage, so I'm going to let go.
If you weren't surrounded by darkness, you would see, like pulling back on a slingshot, the bat, whoof, flies up above you as you let go.
Spring loaded.
That's funny, but I'm too nervous to laugh right now.
Okay, so I release the bat to do what it wills, and I'm going to take off running sort of towards my northwest to try and get out of this darkness to be able to see what's going on.
But you're very big now, remember?
Yeah.
You take up a lot of extra space.
So yeah, I'm sort of running to my left and upwards a bit, which is right for the listener. It will end up being the direction that Shakara, Mia, and the baddies are.
Literal baddies.
So I would probably bump into one of them, right? Because they're right at the edge of the darkness. Or how do you want to rule that, Leland?
Yeah, well, if you're making a straight beeline for where you last saw them,
If you step on me and kill me,
you would bump
So
into
help me.
Shakara, and you know your little 8-foot kind of steps onto like Mia's shoulder, and she's clearly on the ground. But you are still in the darkness here, so you can continue to maneuver out. Though that's not going to be a problem. Just depends whether you want to go to your left or to your right.
So I bump into Shakara kind of with my left shoulder, and Mia's also a bit to my left. So I'm gonna move sort of a little. I'm gonna correct course to my right a little bit and sort of head straight north. So I emerge from the darkness and I look to my left. I see a Tanaruk. From what I understand, it looks like it's hurting pretty bad. And Mia's on the ground. Shakara's up, and then we've got these other enemies as well.
That's right. That Tanaruk. You see some of those protruding bones that it has all over his body. Some of them have been shattered from Mia's spirit guardians flicking around. It does looks very hurt.
I'm very worried about Mia on the ground, though, so I think I'm going to try and pick her up. I'm going to try to rush to her aid and stabilize her.
I don't think I'm going to let you do that because you're a giant ape.
Okay. Well, then why?
And you do not have
you suggest
Falzarin's-
it?
You don't have Falzarin's intelligence. Remember,
Okay.
like you take the intelligence, you maintain your alignment, and you can tell who your friendlies are, but
Right.
you're an ape.
But I have the intelligence of an ape, which is 7.
To stabilize her, you'd beat on her chest.
It might work.
Smash her
Hey,
into
you
the
know, it might
ground.
work.
Precordial thump.
It worked and lost.
Lost.
That's a valid thing. If someone's
It
in
saved
a
the
lethal
Hobbit.
arrhythmia, you can smash them in the chest and it can potentially cardiovert them. Anyway,
Or get rid of 2 death saves.
I don't know what the frick to do, man. I was going to heroically scoop her up and run away.
Pick her up and go.
But now it seems
Do it.
stupid.
Well, if you pick her up and you go, the Tanaruk will get an opportunity attack against you, not her, right?
That's sort of what I was envisioning, is that they'd probably beat on this giant ape rather than they would try and hit Mia in his arms.
Elena's preparing. By
I'm ready
drinking
for a
wine.
wake. No, this is whiskey.
James.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as long as they don't critically fail and miss you. And
I have no control, and that's one of the scariest things, but also makes this exciting. So
Ape Zarin looks down to the ground, sees Mia, barely clinging to life. He goes, "Oh, oh!" Beats on his chest. And he's going to try and pick her up and whisk her away from this battle. Protect her. He's going to try and pick her up and turn so that his back are to the enemies. Do you want me to make a strength check, or...
No, you get her. You
I
can
can
easily
pick her
pick her up.
Okay. If I were to flee the opposite direction, that's going to be back into darkness. So I'm gonna head a bit a bit north, which is sort of adjacent to that Tanark who's really beaten up, and just move a ways in that direction, basically, like right there. So I'm pretty close to the tower now. We weren't all that far from the tower.
She ain't heavy. She's my cleric.
Exactly.
Thank you. Okay, Tanark is going to take an attack of bow on you
Okay.
with its greatsword. It's only going to be a 17, though. That might hit. That hits Aspara, I think.
I have AC of 12. Yeah.
Do you think Mia gives off some like static electricity, and so like his Kong hairs are like standing on edge? And he's like frizzy.
So, Abezarin, pretty low. You only take 9 slashing, and you will have to make that con save.
I need to beat 10 or half of the damage, whichever's higher.
Whatever is
But-
higher, that's right.
Okay. So 10 then. I rolled a 13.
Right. Okay, Abezarin remains. Mia over one shoulder. Nearly one of the only things that can really dwarf Mia in her full Asimar form is a giant ape. I think giant ape is basically the trump card of the party.
Yes.
You pull that out, and it's going to be pretty much everything. Okay, well done. Mullen will continue along drag now. He's caught up on his horse. I mean, he can't... I guess he could probably see what's left of the ones he's slowed, but he's just going to keep his concentration on slow because one's still under the effects. But they do get to go. Make it slow 30 feet. It seems to direct still. Keeping a direct course despite the effects it's struggling with. Okay, we're back to the top. We got two of the two Red Fang orcs still on their bats. All of you now see the one that had cast the second round of darkness flies up above and comes out of it like immediately up. So now that it's going to probably go back to its about 40-foot high position here. Flying to the west a little bit around, kind of around behind Shaft. And it's going to just throw some darts at Shaft here. Nothing fancy. Adjusted 20 for the first dart.
That'll do it.
10 piercing. And second dart, that's going to be a 22.
That does it too.
13 piercing, a little better. I roll well on the weak attacks, honestly. There's just a lot of them. I think this similar thing's going to happen over here with Shakar. I mean, Shakar's just getting... actually, seeing Mia go down, the other Red Fang is actually... It's going to land, and it's going to get off of the bat to engage Shakar with his scimitars. You can still see a big scrape across one cheek from where Sparky had got him after causing his darkness
Sparky.
to be dispelled.
I'll bring you back, Sparky.
I
Assuming I
can't
survive.
bring you back, Tort.
Oh, critically fails its first scimitar slash. This poor...
And kills Tanarak too. Great. Jerk.
Yeah, he's kind of...
good with
wow,
that.
which one's he's going to hit? Someone give me a number between 1 and 6.
5.
3.
Well, I heard a 5 first.
So I get to choose Tanarak 2.
Ooh, wow.
Punk.
It does 18 slashing to the claw of Luthic.
I'll take it.
Yikes. The claw looks... Again, it gives it kind of that almost instinctual, like, yell, and a guttural, like, cry. But otherwise, sets back in, that tattoo on its forehead, sets back into its task. But it still has one more scimitar, which will turn back to Shakara for. And that is rolled a 2. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Okay, we're done. Let's move on here. Shaft, you're up.
Okay, so I sort of look up. I see the giant bat fly out from overhead. The darts sort of ping me in the side a little bit, and then I turn back. I look at the Tanarak 4. I sort of give him a sort of a stare. I take my scimitar and my sword of oozes, and I sort of fling them to the side and throw the blood off from my last kill, and then jab right into him with my bronze scimitar.
You give him the what for?
26 to hit. That's 28 damage.
Scimitar's nuts, man.
A solid hit.
Second attack, 32, 24 damage.
Jesus.
Like,
You're rethinking this whole magical weapon thing, aren't you?
I'm just rethinking the monsters I can throw at you now.
Yeah.
And then I sort of after I stab him and then sort of swipe back again, and I sort of run up underneath of him with the last attack with my Sword of Oozes for a 19 to hit. I sort of try to jab up in under his chest. That's a 28 damage.
That is enough to take him down.
Yeah, that was
But
it.
I do. Sorry, you flurry to attack this guy, but he actually can take a reaction on the. I'll do it on the first hit that you give him, to make an attack against you, with advantage, because he took a melee from you. So that's going to be a 23 to hit with his great axe or great sword. Sorry. Still only 11 slashing, but not to interrupt, but little last peg at you. But you just come up every freaking swipe just down.
I have a question. If someone hits Shaft with a critical with a great axe, all right, right in the middle, does he become a quarterling?
That's right. Has to be a pretty good hit. But when he does come back and hit me with that, I sort of stagger back a little bit before I come in with my last attack. And once he sort of goes down, I sort of fall to my knees, and then I stand back up. I'm looking pretty bad. Take a deep breath.
Well, hell of a turn. Mia. Oh, you're dead. Dying.
Yeah.
So I do believe it. It's been a while since we've had someone go down, but we did, if you all recall, decide that the DM.
He took me
rolls
away
death
from
saves.
Shakara's aura. Is what he did. He took me away from Shakara's aura.
I did, yes.
Sure, you did.
But you were
Is-
surrounded by enemies, though.
He's a monkey. He's dumb. Yeah, you roll the death saves. I agree. And we're doing it blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leland doesn't lie usually, so let's just, hope the cards, the
Okay,
dice.
death save has been rolled. To Halsa now.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, do we not
This
know
is so
if
much
it's a pass or a
scarier.
fail?
No,
we don't know. Yeah, we won't know.
We don't.
That's what we decided we wanted to do. Make it more realistic,
This is terrible.
right? Instead of being like, oh, she's only one away, or she's only two away.
Halsa, boy, what's Halsa gonna do? Halsa, man, sees Shaft's flurry. She's gonna continue making her way, like Shakara had said, down with Dreg and Mullen.
Down with Dragon Mullen is a good band name.
Yeah, down with Dreg and Mullen. That was the workshop title for Down with the Sickness, but they didn't go with it.
Yeah. No one's gonna know who Mullen is, they said. Well,
Halsa's gonna Scorching Ray. She's gonna actually burn one of her highly coveted, pun intended, spell slots as a warlock, and cast a Scorching Ray at the Red Fang 2 here that had just peppered Shaft with darts.
I liked the idea of the DM rolling secretly until it actually is happening, and now I don't like it.
So, Halsa has 3 5th level spell slots. So it's gonna be 5 rays then, right?
She's casting at 5th level for each spell level above 2nd. It's an additional 1, so you start with 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5. No.
No,
Start with
6,
3.
because Scorching Ray is 2nd level,
Yeah.
sorry. Man, it's hard to tell. All right, wow, 6 rays at this orc. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit.
Blue hit? Oh.
8 d6. She basically just fireballed this guy. 33 fire damage.
Dang.
Oh, this guy's gonna hurt. That's enough to put him down.
Yes.
As he just loses a hand on the reins, and this Red Fang just slumps over the side of the bat, falling, slamming to the ground. Had a girl, Halsa?
Yeah, salsa.
Yes, Halsa. Okay, Claw of Luthik. There's only 1 left. Wow, the battlefield's getting pretty sparse. It will use its last 3rd level slot to Guiding Bolt Shakara. Or at least try. That is an adjusted 20 to hit. Sorry, 21 actually.
That hits.
21 radiant damage.
Oh, that hurts.
You got the glow. You got a glow about you. But you're up.
My Shield of Faith is a concentration spell, so I would need to make a con save, but I made a 17 con save.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, girl.
This is the most consistent we've been in the entire campaign for Constitution saving throws.
I know. When lives are on the line.
I think I'm a little upset about the turn of events recently.
About your skin changing and flaking off, or what are we talking?
Oh, I did mean you going down and me getting hit.
Yeah, I'd be. Yep. Yeah, you got hit hard.
Yeah. If I was to throw a healing potion to Falzarin, Ape Zarin, that would be my action also, wouldn't it? Not a bonus action.
Yeah.
What's your dexterity to catch that potion?
That's the other problem.
Smash.
I think I'm just going to...
Right in the hand. You can just see it
Punches it
dripping
out of
down,
midair.
putting like a drip in Mia's mouth. Oh, I have healing potions on me if he wants to look for it. I've got freaking superior healing potion on me.
I'm going to take a swipe at the Tanaric right in front of me for a 25 to hit.
Okay, yeah.
And my Unholy Flame is still going, so I have 4d6. That's 19 damage.
It too will use its reaction after it gets hit by you to attack with advantage here. That ain't gonna do it because it's a 19.
Nope, that's not going to do it. I block that, and then I'm going to hit back at it for 24.
Yeah. I don't even know why my creatures have AC with the way you all roll.
That's another 17 damage. Actually, how is it looking after that last hit? I think I might do a little smite on that.
Throw a little extra sauce.
It's just a little something extra. A little something. Give it another 2d8. That's quite disappointing on my 2d8. That's an additional 2 points of damage on my 2d8.
Don't you hate that?
That is a waste of a spell slot.
It's just, yeah, I mean, you've heard it severely, but it's just roaring in your face, just saliva just dripping from its open mouth.
That's all I can
They
do.
don't brush their teeth either. It's bad.
Dreg, out of sight. Tanarux. There's 2 left. Closing on Shakara. This is not good. Tanaruk 1. Greatsword. 14 with a bite. Critical hit with the bite.
I can't parry that, can I?
No. Rolled pretty low for the damage, though. 15 piercing.
-3, so it's 12.
And the second Tanaruk. Jeez, you're just surrounded here, Shakara. Another greatsword
Yeah.
attack. It's only an 18, though. Bite. Ooh, bite is an adjusted 20.
I shall parry that.
Okay. To make it a miss. Still kicking. Ape Zarin, what are you doing?
The difference between a medicine check to stabilize versus a health potion, are they equivalent mechanically?
Medicine check will make it so she's no longer making death saves, but a health potion will put her back up on her feet.
I see. Okay. And what's your opinion on whether it would be reasonable for Ape Zarin to be smart enough to look for health potions on Mia?
Roll for it. Roll for it. Honestly.
I'll give you an investigation check. I will give you an investigation check at disadvantage to look for one.
Okay, fair enough.
I have one bag, and it's not a bag of holding. It's got to be easy to find.
So I rolled a 15. Investigation is intelligence based.
Yeah.
So 13.
Good for
then.
you.
That's with your ape stats.
Yeah, he has a -2 to intelligence. I rolled a 19 and a 15.
Oh.
A 13 is going to be enough. Yeah, you're able to fiddle. Are the health potions the only potions you have in your bag, Mia?
I have a potion of invulnerability as well.
What's that do?
Okay.
So now it's
crap.
like a which one does he pick? Yeah.
What does that do?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that this is realistic. Like honestly,
yeah,
wherever this
100%.
goes.
I don't
like-
want to do something that makes no sense.
And I have, like a healer's kit, an extra amulet thrown in there type thing. But 2 vials.
Elena, you can pick high or low. I'm going to roll a D100.
Let's get high.
Okay,
Just pick
so
a
high, if I roll above 50, falls in and grab the health potion. Below, it's the potion of invulnerability or whatever it is.
Let's get high.
69!
No way.
Nice.
So first of all, I say let's get high.
way.
Then he rolls a 69.
69, 420.
This is meant to be. This is meant to be.
Can you believe what just happened?
Yeah, nothing shocks me anymore.
I really do like the intro and outro music.
Yeah, it's Josh Jarvis. You can contact him at jamesmercymusic@gmail.com.
And the ambient sounds from tabletop audio really draw me into the story.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Would you happen to know how to contact anybody from the party?
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to, but yeah, they're all over the damn place. They're on Twitter at Incorrigible Par, Instagram and Facebook as Incorrigible Party, and they got a website with a bunch of crap on it too.
Incorrigibleparty.com?
Yeah, I think that's it.
What about merchandise?
Yeah, it's on the website.
What about NPCs and maps of Aspara?
Yeah, it's on the website.
What about information about giveaways and links to the episodes?
Yeah, it's all on the website.
What about a good shepherd's pie recipe?
There are no good shepherd's pie recipes.
Well, mayhaps their sponsor, Critical Hit Design, will have some.
Well, if you eat it, you'll have some happy adventuring.